What's going on, guys? This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. We got a website, maplemotors.com. You want to check it out. 100 detailed pictures of this car and every car on the lot. What I like to do in these videos is I point out any kind of flaws. We also go for a test drive. This is a 66 GTO with a 389 in it, date code correct. Kind of popped everything open. I didn't mess with anything. You can see the little bit of water getting down in the trunk. Probably coming from the back window. Well, I know it is. Look at the stream. But we're going to point out any kind of flaws that I can find. That way you know exactly what kind of car you're getting when you get here. I went ahead and popped the trunk, pop the hood, make it easy on us. We'll knock this out of the way. Date code correct, 389. The little synth code on the front here. You can see YD, be a 389 or a 400. But it is date code correct. Go ahead and check the trunk out since I already got it open. Looks like a weather stripping's nice and new. They probably thought that'd fix it, but it ain't gonna fix it if your back window seal is old. You can see where somebody's tried to glue it in there as well. Just need to take the window out, put a new seal in it. Most of the time that corrects the leak problem. I will be wiping this out. I didn't want to wipe it out before I did the video to give y'all an honest description. But we'll go ahead and look around in here. A little bit of moisture coming in right here as well, so it's not only leaking by the back window, it's leaking over here. Good thing is, the trunk looks solid. I mean, if it had a bunch of rust in it, you see a bunch of bubbles, you see a bunch of paint chipping, and you can see somebody's buffed it before. It got a little bit of that wax down in there, the dust. All right, trunk lid's in great shape as well. A little bit of paint crinkling up there on the edges. This looks like they didn't let it cure right. See, make sure I got my keys before I lock it out. I do. The trunk does open up nice and easy. I'll go ahead and open it back up just to let y'all see that. Opens up and shuts. All right, let's work our way to the front here. I'll go ahead and start the car up. Interiors, the seats look original in it. Not in bad shape here. We'll go ahead and start her up. See if we can get this battery going here. A little timing issue maybe, or a battery. We could check that out as well. Car does start up pretty good. Just go ahead and cut it back off, try it again. Could have been flooded out. Could have been the problem. That's why it was acting kind of crazy. Try one more time here. So we try to go over everything on these cars. Since we're on the interior here, I noticed when we were driving down the road, the gas gauge is not correct. I stopped and put $20 in it. It did not work. It is showing 94,000 miles on the dash. The speedometer did work, but I can't stand behind those miles because I can't prove that the motors wasn't changed. RPM gauge is working. They also changed out dashes back in the day. It wasn't illegal to a certain year. None of our air controls work. I couldn't get any of that to work. Radio didn't work as well. This all looks pretty original to me. I ordered a set of windshield wipers up the road, so we'll have brand new windshield wipers on it. We'll have to test that later whenever they come in. We did a test drive on this car, went down the road, tried to point out any kind of flaws running and driving wise. Check the dash out here. A little bit of sun damage from the weather. Other than that, it's not cracked. Door panel's in good shape. See the weather stripping around, it's nice and clean looking. Looking up under the door here. Pretty solid. carpet in it. It's very nice. This is why I had to get new windshield wipers. This blade was completely missing there, so I stopped up at the gas, or not the gas station, the auto parts store. Back seat's in great shape. I love the way those look. So our ashtray's got a little bit of rust popping up on it. Both sides. Headliner's been dyed. It was blue. You can see some of the blue coming back through in areas. A little wrinkled up in the corners. Package tray's a little bit wrinkled over there in the corner. And look at the rest of the headliner. It's not in bad shape. Go ahead and check this motor out. Like I said, I believe it was a 389. One of the pulleys is being squeaky in here. Pretty quiet motor overall though. One last peek before I shut the hood here. The valve covers and all that stuff been on there a long time. You can see a lot of the rust popping up on them. Nice new set, wouldn't hurt. Air cleaner needs to be changed out. It's just got some rust popping up on it. Hood shuts nice and easy. This car does have drum brakes all the way around, and they feel like drum brakes. We're gonna start up here in the front, go down low. You can check out this front bumper. It looks like they've replaced the front bumper. Nice and clean looking. Grill showing some signs of age. A bird must have got me on my test drive. We just washed this before we did the test drive video. Looks like a little bit of a wax mark there. This trim's nice down here. I wonder if they replaced it. May have all the way down the car. Looks good around the wheel wells. A little bit of a touch-up mark right there. The trim doesn't look bad on this side. The lower part of the trim's got a little bit of silicone in it. They may have had a leak. I know the back window was leaking, so maybe the front window was leaking too. The seals probably just need to be replaced in both windows. You can see this in the paint right here. A little bit of a blemish right here in the inner part of the door. A little bubbling coming through the paint. Just some dirt from the road. That bottom piece has definitely been replaced. It's nice and new looking. A lot of this trim's been replaced too. It's missing the weather seal right here in the vent, or in the back window. It's like new door handles. Most of the time when they do that, they put new locks in it as well. See a little bit of paint marks in there. Tires are in great shape. It's got a good sound to it. Back bumper looks great as well. Everything's nice and clean on this side. Not really seeing many defects. There's some lines right here that are going like this, but still looks pretty smooth in the paint. You really have to be looking for them to see them. I don't even know if they're gonna pop up on the camera. You see that? Little paint touch up right there. It's like a little dent in the trim there. This side's got the seal for the window. Blemish at the bottom of the door here. If I can get it to pop up, right there. There's also one right here, as you can see. That was plain as day. Some chips right in here that have been touched up. And then right here is those lines again. It almost looks like wax. You know, it's starting to come out too. The more I rub on it, they're disappearing. So I think there's just some wax left over on this car. It just feels a little rough right here, like it needs to be wet sanded. Somebody probably hand waxed this car and forgot to get some of it off. A little scuff up here in the front, and all of it came off. So, fairly good paint job. Well, hopefully that helped you out. I try to describe the cars the best I can. It's about 30 degrees here, so it's not smoking. It's just the heat from the engine. If you want to see 100 detailed pictures, you can jump on my website. My website also has financing information, shipping information, as well as all of our inventory, and we post about 5 to 10 cars a week. So please check that out at maplemotors.com. You can also give us a call, 615-822-4444. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. I post videos like this every single day. I appreciate y'all watching, and thanks again, guys.